Hello, guys and gals. Welcome to another week of online learning. We are gonna do our first online project. This was the plan to do all along. Once we got done with state assessments, we were gonna move on to data analysis and things like that. So this is we're not gonna skip a beat. We're gonna move on to it. So, we're going to release things to you daily. All right. Things are going to be a little bit different because you need to follow these in a specific order. If you're bouncing around and you're not doing things in order, it's doable, but it's much more confusing. Okay. So, what you're looking at on this screen right now is your rubric. Okay. And what we would suggest you guys do is we're going to go through it now, but I would suggest you go through it as well and make sure you understand what's happening. Mr. Holmes and Carlton and myself, we have had no FaceTime questions, so none of the video chats, and that's fine. But if you're confused in any way, we have office hours, and I want you to ask, okay? Because this will be a big grade, okay? This will be like an assessment grade, so it will hurt or help your grade dramatically, okay? So we are going to work on statistics. You guys did mean, median, and mode last week. We're going to move on with those things, and we're going to show you why you would need to know those and what you do with them, okay? So the students will need to conduct a survey which compares two sets of 10 data items. So you got one set with 10 and you got another set with 10. All right, so two sets and each have to have 10 items in it, okay? A grand total of 20 items, okay? They must be numerical, meaning it has to be a number, okay? Pick a survey topic from below. You cannot make up your own. You have to choose one of these three, okay? Data must be displayed in a table format, and we're going to talk about that here in a minute, all right? So here's your three topics. You can talk about sports, weather, or nutrition. Sports, you could talk about the Denver Broncos during the first 10 games of seasons of 2019 and the number of points they scored by the Seattle, and comparing that to Seattle and the first 10 games of 2019. You could do two of your favorite players. You could do LeBron James points scored for 10 games compared to Kyrie in 10 games. You could do any type of football player. You could do Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady. You could do Ezekiel Elliott versus Todd Gurley. You could do college sports. You could do high school sports. But whatever you compare, it has to be 10 items or more. So if you're going to compare LeBron James points, then you need to compare Kyrie Irving points, not rebounds or things like that. So your 2 points of data have to be on the same topic, if that makes sense. You're comparing two sets of data. You could talk about the weather. So you could choose 10 days in Delta, record the weather, and compare it to Montrose or Grand Junction or whatever. They're numerical. I think right now in Montrose right here, I think it's 63 degrees. So boom, there's one set of data. I could compare that to Grand Junction right now or Telluride or anywhere in the United States if you want. If you want to compare it to somewhere in a different country, I'm fine with that. But we got to compare weather, okay, and temperature. And the last thing is you guys want to get really interested in it, you could do nutrition. So we thought like you could take 10 canned items compared to 10 frozen items, and you could compare calories or protein or fat or whatever you want to do. And you could compare like, these are my bagged items, and I'm comparing the bagged items fat compared to the frozen items fat. Or you could do cans versus bags, or you could do, I don't know. Be creative, okay? So those are the things, those are your three options: sports, weather, or nutrition. And you have to have right here 2 sets of 10 data items, okay? So don't forget that. That's an easy 10 points, collecting your data, okay? Once you have that data collected, you're going to put it in this table. Everyone's going to be given a table, all right? You can write right in there, okay? You can use DocHub. You can type. We're going to have a shareable link like this, so you could type it right in there and turn it into us, okay? So the description would be like, I could type in like, oh, I don't know, Peyton Manning game 1, numerical data, I don't know, like I maybe threw for 200 yards, okay? Peyton Manning game 2, and I'm putting that in there. Then Tom Brady, game 1. Tom Brady, game 2, and his data. Okay. You could take out the data set number 1 and put in what you're talking about. Like I could put in points scored by Peyton, points scored by Tom. Okay. Things like that. All right. So this is where you're going to put in your work, and then you're going to turn it into us by Friday. Okay. That's going to be one of your, that's going to be for points. Okay. And if you look on there, it'll tell you. You'll also be given a vocab, so you're going to have to find mean, median, mode, outlier, range, and histogram, box plot, and so there's some examples of what these are, and we'll get you prepared for those. But you should have an idea of what mean, median, mode, outlier, and range are. We've done those in class. Outlier, remember, is like it says data value much greater or lower than the data set, so it's kind of those like, whoa, where'd this number come from? It doesn't quite fit. And range is the difference between your greatest and your least. Difference meaning you subtract, right? Greatest minus your least. Okay. So let's go back to what you guys got to get done today. All right. And then so this will be kind of what you're doing. So we're going to break it down day by day real quick. So I'm going to go back to our notes for you guys. Okay. And we're going to go to your calendar. Okay. And in your calendar, it's going to tell you what you guys got to do each day. And then we're going to release those to you each day. It'll be ready for you by 8 a.m., just like a normal school time. All right. So this is the week we've done. And we're moving on to this week right here. All right. So you're already doing the first thing you got to do for Monday. You're watching the video. Congratulations. Checkbox. Boom. The last thing you got to do is you got to collect 2 sets of data, and you need to look at the rubric. We just talked about it. Okay. Those things that we're sharing with you are going to be rough drafts. Okay. Those are like basically us collecting notes because we're not in class. Those are going to be all your notes that you collect. You're going to show us that you're doing these things. We're going to track you. We're going to do what you need to do. And then we'll show you what the final project is. You're going to turn it into a slideshow for us by next Friday, not this week. Okay. So Tuesday, you're going to have to take that information. You're going to have to find the mean, the median, the mode, the range, and the outlier. You're going to submit that in Google Forms, okay? And that's going to be for points. It's due by Friday. Okay? You don't have to do it Tuesday, but it's due by Friday. And you need to watch the Khan video on range and outliers. I'm not sure if we're going to have a video on that because it covers a lot of different things. So if there's no video, I'll let you know. But as of now, think there's a video, and if not, I'll let you know that morning, okay? Wednesday, you're going to do 16.5. Interactive lesson on Holt McDougall, so that's going to be a grade. Okay, and then you're going to watch Khan Academy video on histograms on Thursday. You're going to create your histogram. We'll have another video on a website that you can go to that will help create those things for you, and it's going to be awesome. And then you'll submit those. Then you're going to watch a flip classroom that Mr. Holmes is going to do on box plots, and then you'll create your own box plot as well. So you will not be able to work ahead this week, okay? So on Monday, you'll do Monday's things. On Tuesday, you'll do Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and Fridays, and so on, okay? So your project is not due till next Friday. So it's very important that you guys do those things in order and don't get ahead of yourself, okay? When you do your mean, median, and mode, you're going to get something to you like this, okay? And you're just going to turn it in, just like we did. So you did your, let's see if we can find it here. Box plots, data analysis, data tables, line plots, histogram. So when you do your mean, median, and mode, you've got your stuff, and you can do it right here on a different scratch piece of paper. You can just basically write it in there. You can even do one of these if you wanted to. But you'll have a sheet that'll tell you write in your mean, write in your mode, write in your median, all those different things. And then you'll just submit it into Google Docs, okay? Just the same idea, okay? So you've got your rubric. You'll have that day 1. You'll have your vocab day 1, and you'll need to do your data, okay? And then you just need to keep referring to the calendar, okay? And then when you get through the week and we start into next week, I'm just going to jump ahead a little bit. You guys are going to create, this is Paige K. Myers, if you guys know her. This is what it's going to kind of look like. You're going to create a slideshow for us, and you're going to fancy it up. You're going to make a bunch of graphs for us. This was last year's group. It was a little bit different. We gave them a little bit more freedom. But so Paige K. Meyer did, here's her histogram. She did texting and driving, compared to drunk driving in teens. So she compared kind of a heavy topic. She compared deaths in texting compared to deaths in drunk drivers. So here's her 2 histograms, and she even did a histogram that compared the 2 right next to each other. Then she did a little dot plot. She did a pie chart. And then right down here, she got her mean, she's got her median, she's got her range, she's got mean, median, and range for that. We're going to have a little mean, median, range. She talked about it. She broke it down for us, kind of gave us a brief description of what she was doing and what she found, maybe some cool trends. She gave us some fast facts, which I thought was pretty cool. This was a little extra piece she did just to kind of hit home the topics. Okay. And so if you kind of go back to the project, it breaks down what you guys are going to need to do. All right. And so the project will have tables, and we'll get to that when the tables come. Project will also have at least 3 visual displays, meaning a histogram, a box plot, dot plot, and pie chart. You need to choose 3 of those to get your 15 points. You'll do it in Google Slides, including an introduction and conclusion, just like you saw on Pages. There's an easy 10 points. And the content slides include a summary, 3 to 5 sentences. And I showed you Pages here kind of at the end. You guys can pause this video and read it and kind of get an idea of what she was talking about. Okay. So this, I don't want you to get too caught up in this because we're going to do it daily. And then at the end, you're going to have the websites that you guys can go and do your histograms and your box plots and your dot plots and your pie charts. It'll do it for you. It's not like you're going to have to draw it and do it, all these things. You just plug in your data and we'll have it for you. But before we do that, we gotta kind of have to teach you how to do it yourself. Then we'll let you guys do the website. So you'll have all these things in front of you. All I really want you to do is focus on the task at hand for each day. So today, your job is to watch this video, which is almost done, and then you need to choose what topics you're going to compare. Are you going to talk sports? Are you going to talk weather? Or are you going to talk nutrition? You need to collect that data. You need to put it in your table. You need to submit it. Boom. That's all you got to do. Next day, you'll do the next day's thing, and we'll have videos for you then. Okay? But this is kind of the quick down and dirty version of what we're going to do. If you have any questions, we're always available. You just got to ask. Again, try not to work ahead. You really can't. Just focus on what you got to do each day and do it really, really well. And then at the end, when you're creating that slideshow, man, it'll be so much easier. But if you're confused and kind of barely making it and doing sloppy work, and next week comes, it's going to be a rough week for you. Okay? So please ask if you have any questions. Hope you're having a fun, enjoyable time with family. Hope you guys are being safe. I got somebody that wants to say hi to you real quick. Well, Riker wanted to come and say hi to everybody. What are you going to say?
Hi.
Say, miss you guys.
Miss you guys.
Say, hope you're having fun.
I had fun.
Okay, wave. Say bye.
Bye.
See you guys. Have fun. Good luck.